clothes. I was a slave from early ages. Child labor. So I signed up with an agency, and my first fashion show paid me like $100. I'm like, that's it. Never coming back to your store.
I believe your father is from India.
Yeah, he is. He's from Delhi.
I believe you have walked the ramp with Manish Malhotra.
Yes, actually, I did Manish Malhotra in February during Dubai Fashion Week. God knows, maybe one day he'll be designing my garment for the Oscars or for the red carpet.
What are your preparations like? What is it that you are doing to prepare yourself for your stint at Bollywood?
I am going to be in a play. The play is called Karn, and that's why it's also very close to my heart and very significant for women empowerment. Kulvinder Bakshish has been with me this whole time.
What sort of inspirations have you drawn from Katrina's success story?
For a girl who came from the UK not knowing Hindi, thrown into the Bollywood industry, it's not easy. So it's definitely a huge challenge. That's why I give her a big applause for that.
You dance very well as well. Any song of Katrina that you have liked where she has performed well as a dancer?
Sheila Kijivani, that's, I think, yeah, one of my favorite songs of hers.
What is the importance of body language?
So important. It's so important to know your body.
You have modeled for some of the biggest designers.
I walked for Mario Dice, Trussardi, Rocco Borocco. I was working for Bajli Mishka. I walked for Bajli Mishka. I've done Christian Siriano show, Norma Kamali, Cynthia Rowley, Zang Toy. Teri akhiyan gulab ke na chave sare pyar thanu chare ke ho jave tera hi didar to koi na samba ke vi pave sara pyar tu de chare ke.
Fantastic. अच्छा है, अच्छा लगा.
Okay.
Anita, welcome. How are you?
I'm good. And how are you yourself?
I'm excellent. Anita, first of all, congratulations for a wonderful journey. You started at a very young age as a model, and you've been extremely successful at that. Now you're aspiring to get into the world of movies. My first question to you will be that considering you walked the ramp in New York, like say for example, 7 years, and a lot of other places in US, why not Hollywood? Why is it that you're thinking of Indian film industry?
First of all, thank you for all the nice comments that you're giving me. Why not Hollywood? Well, I wanted to connect to my roots. I'm actually half Indian, half Russian, and I just feel like after I got married in Goa, I had the urge that I wanted to do something in Bollywood. Just connecting to the roots was like the first thing that ever came into my mind.
You felt like that you wanted to connect with your roots. I believe your father is from India.
Yeah, he is.
Where exactly is he from?
He's from Delhi.
All right. So those are the roots that attracted you and appealed to you, and that's how you wanted to move with it. I believe in Goa you also saw Hrithik Roshan as well.
Yes, actually, well, we got married in Casa Waters, and I and my husband, we absolutely didn't know that it's one of the places where all the Bollywood stars stay. The day we were leaving, Hrithik Roshan was going to stay with his family. Actually, the day after my wedding, I got a call from Mihir, who is from Times Talent. He was wondering what I was doing in Casa Waters, and I said, I'm getting married here. And he told me that why don't you start learning Hindi and start think of maybe coming to Mumbai more often to meet some directors and to actually start your career in Bollywood.
I believe you have walked the ramp with Bollywood actresses and Manish Malhotra as well. Walked the ramp for Manish Malhotra too.
Yes, actually, I did Manish Malhotra in February during Dubai Fashion Week. He was doing a show with Adriana Lima. She was closing the show, and I was part of the show, and it was quite amazing that, as I move more and more into the Bollywood industry, I'm working for all those people. And God knows, maybe one day he'll be designing my garment for the Oscars or for the red carpet.
That's a wonderful thought. All right, Anita, before we go to your modeling career, when it comes to your aspirations for Bollywood and the Indian film industry, because there are lots of other languages as far as India is concerned, and the movies, they are equally popular and known all across the world. What are your preparations like? What is it that you are doing to prepare yourself for your stint at Bollywood?
Funny enough, I am going to be in a play. It's something that I never thought I'd do in my entire life, but I'm going to perform in a play at the end of July in Mumbai. The play is called Karn. It's a female series. Basically, female are representing male characters. And that's why it's also very close to my heart and very significant for women empowerment. So I'm currently studying and practicing. Play is gonna be in Hindi. So I have to like memorize 20 pages in Hindi. And Kulvinder Bakshish has been with me this whole time. He's been doing rehearsals with me. I've traveled to Mumbai to do some rehearsals, and currently this is the play we're working on. Actually, we I got some news yesterday that I'm going to be doing a play in December, but this is going to be an English play for Karn as well. It's going to be a big festival in India. I think it's going to be in Delhi. Basically, it's going to be dedicated to Mr. Ratan Tata. It's also another challenge because it's going to be in front of 2,000 people. So the first one that I'm going to do is going to be at the end of July with 200 people. And in December, I'm going to do for 2,000 people in English.
That's amazing. Congratulations for that. I think that's a wonderful development as well. Okay, so what does Kulvinder teach you? I believe he's your mentor. What are the things that he has taught you?
Kulvinder, in the beginning, when we started training, he basically helps me on my Hindi diction. So he helps me to perfect my Hindi, to read Hindi properly. Recently, we started also to do performance. So we will do some acting scenes, also martial arts a little bit, because that's also part of the play.
So, from what I understand, you've also walked the ramp or been part of some fashion shows with Kareena Kapoor and Katrina Kaif.
Yes, actually, few years ago, I did a show for Faraz Manan. Kareena Kapoor was one of the actresses that did the show. And also, I've done a show for Splash, and Katrina Kaif was brought as a celebrity star to walk the show with us.
So, did you interact with them?
With Kareena Kapoor, I took a picture with her and then I posted on my Instagram, and then there was like lots of comments like, who is taller? But I mean, it was quite funny. But with Katrina Kaif, not really, just like, some pictures, but not like talking. Anyway, I was not really interested in acting back then. I was very focused on modeling. But I wish I took those opportunities more seriously to actually interact more with them.
Okay, now considering Katrina came from UK and she did not know Hindi at all when she came to Mumbai, and she has worked very very hard. I've known her personally. I've interacted with her. I've done many interviews with her. I've known her to be a very very hardworking girl. What sort of inspirations have you drawn from Katrina's success story?
Katrina is a hard worker. She works a lot. For a girl who came from the UK not knowing Hindi, thrown into the Bollywood industry, it's not easy. I've read a lot about her, and I know that she was learning every day Hindi. She would study every day. She would watch movies and really, push herself to perform and to act in Hindi. Doing something in your not that's not your own language, it's not easy because first you need to learn the lines, then you need to understand how to perform. So it's definitely a huge challenge. That's why I give her a big applause for that.
All right, so Anita, any performance of Katrina that has inspired you?
Yes, Rajniti, actually with Ranbir Kapoor, I think it was phenomenal. It's a great movie, and Katrina was absolutely amazing in it.
Well, I think that's one performance that she personally likes a lot as well. What about she's also known for her song and dance routine. You dance very well as well. Any song of Katrina that you have liked where she has performed well as a dancer?
Sheila Kijivani, that's, I think, yeah, one of my favorite songs of hers.
Considering you are a model as well,
Mhm.
when you see actresses, for example, dance in Bollywood movies, what is the importance of body language? You being a model, I think you'll know that quite well.
So important because I know Katrina Kaif, for example, she couldn't dance in the beginning. So she had to go through a lot of coaching, and she admitted in herself in a lot of interviews that she said she wasn't able to dance, but she learned throughout. And I feel like it's so important to know your body, to practice dance, because even when you are modeling, right, it's still moving your body. So often the models that have danced before or they've done ballet before understand their body and they can perform better in camera. Same thing goes for actors.
Wonderfully said. Okay, so when it comes to modeling now, your modeling career, you have modeled for some of the biggest designers all across the world. You have, tell me, which are the places that you have walked the ramp in? Which are the countries that you have walked the ramp in? And some of the shows.
I started my modeling career firstly in Asia because I was trying to get my US working visa. So my first international European placement was in Milan. I walked for Mario Dice, Trussardi, Rocco Borocco. It all had its challenges, multiple castings, multiple fittings, but it's part of the job. Then I went to New York and I loved it, and the clients loved me there. So I stayed there for almost 7 years. I was working for Bajali Mishka. I walked for Bajali Mishka. I've done Christian Siriano's show, Norma Kamali, Cynthia Rowley, Zhang Toy. And New York was always my still deep in my heart, and it's my success story. Go there anytime.
What makes for a successful model?
It's being able to know to grow. So if you're not growing as a model, it's like you're stuck there. And a lot of models, they try and they keep trying Fashion Week and they keep trying and trying. You're not changing. Your look is not changing. You need to be diverse as a model. You need to be able to be like a sponge. If they want to cut your hair, if they want to change your look, because at the end of the day, you have to be trendy on that season for that specific designer, and you have to be amused to them. So I think that's what makes a really great success story, is that if you're able to change, because that's what our industry wants.
That's fantastic. Okay, what is Ant Camp?
So Ant Camp is something very new. A lot of people have been telling me, "Oh, why don't you do a modeling course?" I said, "You know what? Not yet, not yet. I don't feel like it's the right time." And finally, I had the opportunity to do something different. I'm doing a course with Kulvinder Bakshish. So it's a modeling and an acting course, which I feel like is missing in Dubai. And I'm very excited about it. It's something different. We're also providing our platforms in modeling and in acting for all our talents, which I feel like what is the most that is being missed out in a lot of workshops.
Great. And you also have a modeling agency.
Yes, I do. It's been like 4 years.
What do you do with that agency?
You mean like what do I do as the owner?
Yes,
Well, we scout models
spotting
from all.
talent.
Yes, we scout models from all over the world, from Moscow, from Ukraine, from Latin America, from Italy. We always have 20 international models, female and male. We've done some great work like with Louis Vuitton, Dior, Dubai Fashion Week. We work with Faraz Manan, Manish Malhotra a lot as well. I have thoughts maybe to, because we have a lot of Indian clients, so sometimes I think maybe I'll open something in India as well.
That's wonderful. Okay, so Anita, now you're getting into acting. You've always been a model. What is the importance of fitness and diet?
It's so, so important. I'm really grateful that I'm a model and that I have discipline. I work out every single day. Literally, sometimes if I can work out 2 times a day, I will, because I know that even as an actress, I will be required to maintain a certain look, certain weight. And diet is also important because you have to look great all the time. If you're going to be from interviews to promotions to movies to films and TV shows, it's very tiring. And it's so important to maintain your health and diet.
What is your fitness regimen like? How much of weight training do you do? How much of cardio do you do?
I do at least 2 hours of cardio every day. It depends. Sometimes I'll work out with my mother-in-law. She's like my trainer. So we do a lot of like boot camp, a lot of high intensity training, or I would go and do like a boot camp, like a hot drip class. Sometimes I do Pilates, so I alternate always. And I've recently also started lifting weights.
That's wonderful. Okay. And what about your diet? What is it that you're particular about your diet in terms of protein and carbs and fat? Like how do you balance it out?
I start my day with a cup of coffee, then I'll do my workout, then I will have my vegan protein shake. I won't eat for 3 or 4 hours, then I'll have a little salad. And as much as I can throughout the week, I try not to eat after 6. Because the older you get, the slower your metabolism becomes. It just really, it really affects you. So, of course, on the weekends, I would eat after 6, but during the week, I try not to.
Now, I believe you keep on going to Mumbai. You've met some casting directors over there as well. How's the experience like?
Really good. I've met a lot of people. You know, from one person, I've met my agent who actually convinced me to start Bollywood, which is Mihir. He connected me to the assistant of Panchami, and then the assistant connected me to Kulvinder. So it's kind of like I'm getting closer and closer in the bubble, which I feel is great. I've seen some casting directors like Mukesh Chabra, Casting Bay. I've got some auditions here and there. So it's a process, and I'm going through it.
What sort of offers, in a way, have come your way? What is it that the casting directors or people from within the industry they've told you that this is something that maybe we can possibly cast you in?
Of course, the first one is the glam look, Caucasian girl, they see me as. So they've actually, I was looking at some movies that are coming out now, and they casted me for some of these roles. When I went to Casting Bay office, the agent was like, okay, I need to cast you for this role. Go and get an audition straight away. It was for Jewel Thief. Then I also got casted for a role in Param Sundari with Siddharth Malhotra. There has been a lot of interest. I just think Jewel Thief was a Caucasian role, an English girl. Param Sundari, it was the same for a Caucasian girl. So definitely they're seeing me as this Caucasian girl who knows Hindi 50%. Ye Indian nahi lagti hai, dikhta se. So yeah.
The offers have already been there. Why didn't you do it?
Kulvinder told me you're going to get a lot of offers. You're going to do a lot of audition, but never be tied down to them because you don't know, maybe there's something better for you. He just says you do the audition 100% and you leave it. So I do my audition 100%. I do what I can and I leave it.
Right. So you're waiting for the right role for yourself.
Yeah, maybe that's not the role that I'm supposed to be in.
Any reference for the right role for you that you feel?
I don't want to box myself, but of course there are some roles that I want to be in. I would love to be in an action movie, in a thriller, something related to crime, even something like Delhi crime, I feel like it's very original. Even you can say hardcore. Vartika Chaturvedi is an example for me. Of course, maybe people don't see it in me, and that's why I'm doing my theater play to prove people that I can actually perform these kind of roles.
The music in Bollywood. Do you like the music in Bollywood?
Yes, I love it very much.
Which are your favorite songs?
I like Naina from the movie Crew, Chole Ke Piche,
Mm.
Jigra, Akhiya Gulab.
Do you sing as well?
I'm not sure. I can try when it's the right moment.
Why don't you try maybe a line today?
हाँ. कैसे ये लगती के कमाल तेरी अखियां गुलाब के ना चावे सारे प्यार थानु चारे हो जावे तेरे ही दीदार ते कोई न संबात तेरे पावे सादा प्यार तुरे चारे के हाँ
Fantastic. Acha hai. Acha chalega.
okay.
Tell me how your husband has been contributing to your journey. What's his name?
His name is Montel. Montel. He's been very supportive. He's actually a cinematographer, filmmaker himself. So he's always been traveling with me to Mumbai if he can. Always there with Ian Kulbinder. He's actually been filming all the campaigns for Ant Camp as well. So I'm very blessed, and yeah, he's super supportive.
You started your modeling career at the age of 10.
Yes.
Tell me something about your mom's contribution.
My mom, I was born into fashion because my mom, she's a fashion designer herself. So she used to have 10 stores before in the UAE. So I used to model her clothes. I was a slave from early ages, child labor, but I used to do all her lookbooks in China with my sister. We would work there. Then my mom started making me work in her store, and I'm like, and like paying me $10. I'm like, you know what? I think I can find something better. So I signed up with an agency, and my first fashion show paid me $100. I'm like, that's it. I'm never coming back to your store. So that's where I started modeling from there.
So you started child modeling at the age of 10 and you got your first modeling assignment at the age of 16.
No, I was actually first modeling assignment was when I was 12. I was doing the Splash. Splash used to do really big shows in Dubai before. So I was the youngest model there because I was so tall and skinny all the time. I was 12 and I was walking with all adult models. They were all like in 20s, 30s. Quite funny. I was actually underage. I was not supposed to be there, but yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so Anita, we'll end this conversation with a rapid fire with you.
Mhm.